Hi guys and welcome to this episode of the Just My Opinion podcast. So this video is going viral. Shadow Boxer bringing Kao Denero on stage and saying this respectful, giving Kao Denero like in Shadow Boxer's words, giving Kao Denero his flowers while he's still alive. Let's watch the video, then we're going to talk about it.
If not so for this man, Kao Denero. Hip hop no go day inside salon the kind. I want to give you your flowers now while you still here. There's a generation out there that you inspiring that's gonna come after you and come after us. I need them to hear that from me today. You're the reason why hip hop is the way it is in Salon. I love you, kid. Well, ready for this one? You ready for this one? Rock the cat.
Okay, so before we get to the video, let's go back in time between Kao Denero and Shadow Boxer. Before I go to that, hi Ambassador.
Hello people, it's your boy Ambassador again doing this thing.
Okay, so let's go back in time to several years back when there was a versus between Shadow Boxer, Kao Denero. Then later on, Shadow Boxer sent this open letter to Kao Denero where he says a letter. So this is from what I gathered, it's Kao Denero sharing this letter to the public that he received this letter from Kao Denero. So a letter from Shadow Boxer to me. So Kao Denero shared the letter to the public. He says, so this is Shadow Boxer writing to Kao Denero. He said, I respect this guy now, bro. We don't talk. We have nothing to talk about. For whatever reason, we can't stand each other. I get that. But we have a similar responsibility, an identical passion, and in so many ways goals that mirror each other. People come at you for their reasons and you respond the best way you know how, sometimes with silence and sometimes you lash out. Understandable. We are all human and certain things rub us the wrong way and we handle it how we know best. But the change should start now, today, bro. How you handle a situation, whether or not you have done something ridiculously wrong or not. I am not here to judge you or anyone, but the people of Salem to listen to you. Do listen to you, watch you, because they are trying to find some dirt on you, because there are countless more that watch you to find inspiration. But there are countless more that watch you to find inspiration, motivations, peace, and a lot of other positive and uplifting things. Focus on them, bro. Treat them like your children. Set the example for them to see. So when you are gone, which we all will someday, they will know the right way to go about things. Okay, so you can do it. Your maker already have you the gift to touch people, to change lives. Start today, a nigga. In so many ways you have, but your divine job is from complete. You have more work to do. You have your whole life ahead of you to leave that lasting imprint on your country. A way where all they talk about is how Kao improved the life of our current Attorney General in our beloved Salem. Today, bro, now consult with your loved ones and close, confident, and spiritual mentor on how you should go about making this change. But it has to be made. You are not the average human, but I'm sure you already know this. Believe it, more is all I'm saying, and make a change. Now let's go back to not liking one another. Just a few words from Boxer. Okay, so interesting the way he ended it. So he started by saying, for some reason we cannot stand each other. Then he gave some words of wisdom. Then he said, now let's go back to not liking one another. So this was back in like 2018, and now they're on stage together. He's giving Kao Denero his flowers. But before I ask my question to the ambassador, I have noticed that people who have a lot of similarities, sometimes they cannot stand each other. Sometimes you see people knocking heads and you're like, you guys are actually the same kind of people. So when he said we have a lot in common, but for some reason we cannot stand each other, I was like, I know this story. The story is as old as time, like two people being very alike, but they cannot stand each other. But what do you think about this? Why do you think Shadow Boxer made this move to call Kao Denero to the stage and give him his flowers? Why do you think this is the case?
So for me, I think first, like you identified, when people have that similar drive, at times they clash because nobody wants to back down. Everybody wants to have it now. Everybody wants to go, and then you clash. Now, that being said, I think at a certain point you ask yourself, like, what's the value of all this clashing? When it's all said and done, what are we fighting for? So you have had people that are really mad at them. I mean, like, you felt like the world was ending, or the world will end before you ever speak to them. Then some make things happen, like maybe someone, a close friend dies, or you realize the nothingness of all of this life, and we think that is when we carry our ego, and then we feel like he has stepped on my ego. Why did he say that to me? He hold me. Who are you? That's what I'm asking myself. Like, that's what I usually, most of the time when I have this kind of conflicts, I pull back and ask myself, like, who do I really think I am?
Yeah.
Because it's based on who I think I am that I feel like, how dare he say that to me? I'm going to deal with him. I'll show him. When you pull back and you look at the whole thing, you're like, it's not as serious as you think. You are overreacting. Doing all the things you think you want to do would not change much. You will not change much to your life. It might just be a waste of energy. So when you think about some of this, naturally when you get older, you realize, like, life is much more than that ego trying to prove, trying to. So I think one, it comes to age, these guys are too mature gentlemen. Two, at times you realize, like, my enemy is going nowhere. I mean, like, no matter how much we clash, no matter how much I hate him, he's going to be there, and he's getting better and stronger. And you don't want to wait till you need him, then you come to reconcile. That might be a tough reconciliation, because he knows now that you need me, that's why I come to reconcile. So the bigger and stronger he gets, the sooner you just squash things and take it low and then get back to normal, the better. I think it's some of those reasons that might have pushed him to come to terms with that reality. Like, Kao Denero is coming strong on the political scene. He has been consistent, hate him or like him. There is that one guy that will look at Sierra Leone, we see him. If you say his music is not nice, then what's wrong with all the other people in Sierra Leone if that's the guy that we see when we look at him? If you say he's a wicked guy, but what's wrong with all the kind people in Sierra Leone that we are only seeing but the wicked guy? So after a while, I realized that this guy is here and he's going nowhere. And usually we want to build bigger things. It only but makes sense for us to work together and make things happen. So yeah, I think it's just some of those reasons might have provoked some thought. And the guy was like, yeah. Plus, if you look at it, I don't really see, like, in some of those other things, let's like the beefs in America, you hear something about somebody's wife, girlfriend, or somebody's money. But some of our beef here in Africa is just always based on they said that, he said that, why did you say that? All of those things here. It's not that serious.
Yeah, but you know, I think, okay, first of all, this is a shadow boxer concert that Kao Denero is coming to. So first, I feel like there was that movement from both sides. Like, both sides made an attempt to reconcile. Kao Denero came to his concert. Shadow boxer brought him on stage and said what he said. I think to an extent, Kao Denero has gotten to a stage where he's become more political and he has become more politically correct. So the people he had beef with, he has to find a way to close that barrier, because at the end of the day he has to work with all of the artists, and if
everybody,
he has to work with everybody if he has to do his job efficiently. So I think it was an attempt from both ends, and on Kao Denero's end it was something like you said, there's the age factor, and also there is the I am in the political scene, I have to become more politically correct, so they had to make that move. But I don't know, like, you know, a lot of times, like, we got in touch with Kao Denero. My first introduction of Kao Denero was him in the beef scene, him in the beef. So now that he has become politically correct,
but it's a good thing. I cannot be that negative, so I just have to say it. I'm like,
he's
but I'm like, who next? What next?
Yeah, he's becoming more
Yeah.
politically correct. I'm like, are we going to lose the Kao Denero that we initially got to know? But yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's see how he can handle both sides. And yeah, because like, look at he had beef with Calligraph Jones. Calligraph Jones is coming to Sierra
Calligraph
Leone.
Jones.
He's the ambassador of entertainment in Sierra Leone, so he cannot be having beef with an artist come to Cameroon. He has to play this political kind of personality, receiving whoever artist is coming to Sierra Leone. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a tricky situation he finds himself in. Let's see how he navigates that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's proceed to talk about our sponsors.
Yeah. So as always, your boy ambassador talking about the money, the money, the money. Echo Online is a tool that is here to put money in artists' pockets. I mean, like literally put the money in your pocket. So Echo Online, I'll call it a tool because it's here to facilitate things for artists. It's almost like an artist does not have a label, but you function like you have a label because all the things your label should do for you, Record Online could do it for yourself. First step is to create a profile. Download the app or go on the website. Download the app from Google Play, and you could go on the website, create a profile, get your fans from all the other social media platforms to come and follow you on Record Online. Hence, you build a community. By the time you had a community of, let's say, 5,000 people, it's easy to get 500 people to buy your song, and that could translate to some serious money. Not serious, like too much money, but at least it's a consistent source of revenue, and you know where to get them. All your fans are here, and all the tools to get them to monetize or to buy your things are there. So you get them to follow your profile on Echo Online. When you put out your song, they could buy it. Echo Online is adapted to all local payment methods, so people can buy it. Most of our fans are in Africa. We put songs on Tidal and iTunes, but they don't have accounts in those places, so you can only give us when you give us the music free, then we consume it. But with Echo Online, your fans can consume your music and pay for it directly using mobile money and all the other African methods, which African methods of payment. So it's very adapted to the African payment methods. And also with Echo.online, you could do there are lots of other things you're under construction, like I said, that event things coming up, merchandise sales things coming up, which I tell people like building now. Those who jumped on YouTube became millionaires because they were there early enough. They got the best endorsement deals. YouTube adapted its features to their needs. So same can happen here. If you guys get on Echo Online while they're building features and it's growing, you're going to grow with it and you're going to get the best advantages out of it before it becomes too crowded and all the heavyweights come on board. So I usually tell local artists, get on Echo Online now and then share your success stories. You can thank us later. You can contact the management directly on the site, or you can get Jakarta TV and put you in contact with the management if you have any specific needs. As I said, get on board now and familiarize yourself with it. Start building your community on Echo Online. And when things start really falling in place, I think the entertainment industry is growing. So all of these tools are going to grow with it. And if you are well placed on some of these sites, you are going to make the best out of it, and then share those success stories. And people use like examples like this was the guy who first got here. Now he has these millions here. So thank us later. Jump on Echo.online and thank us later. Share your success story. It's your
Okay, guys, yeah, definitely do that. Start making money, start building your fan base. Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of the Just My Opinion podcast. Make sure you thumbs up this video. If you enjoy our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification button, and see you guys next time. Bye, guys.